Hello again, roll to YouTube. My name is Pat, and today I kind of have an open question for everyone, and that's, what is this like anti-sentiment towards space travel and the space program in America that I hear today? And it's everywhere. I hear it all the damn time. It's on Root of All Evil. You know, they're talking about like who's worse, the Hills or rocket scientists, and I hear it on Penn and Teller bullshit. They're talking like, oh, NASA's a bunch of bullshit and it's a waste of money. And I hear it in the newspapers that they're like, well, why are we going to send a man to Mars? That's a complete waste of money. And the thing is, though, like, I think a lot of people are not grasping just all the benefits that it's done and how little like in the larger scheme of things, how little it's actually spending. I think that there's a lot of people out there who think like, well, NASA's taking up like a good chunk of like at least 10% of the budget, and it's just not the case at all. And in fact, if you knew any better, though, that NASA actually charges for a lot of their services to other people, and in fact, like are not completely self-sufficient, but are well like up there, just like the post office. And saying that you're against NASA is like saying you're against the post office. It's basically the same equivalent. But yeah, it's like people just choose to ignore all this technology, and they're like, well, what has NASA given us? They've given us space age pillows. That's great. Like, no, asshole. How about they've given us satellite TV, cell phones, weather satellites, explanations about the origins of the universe, and like all these great feats, and aeronautic improvements, and improvements on materials. Like, yeah, of course, like there's the space pillow, but there's also like vast improvements on temperature devices and stuff like that. And they've made like new products specifically that can absorb temperatures, and they've improved like engines and things like that in like every single way. And it's just there's like a million little tiny improvements, and it's like people just are so willing to bash and like, well, we've been to the moon and it was a waste of taxpayer money because like we did it with Russia and all that. But I don't think people are getting the big picture, and I think like you know I don't mean to make this into a little bit of a hate speech, but there's a big part of me that just wants to be like, you know what, f you baby boomers, like f you. And I'm only saying f you to respect younger viewers here, but yeah, I mean, it seems like as liberal and open and free spirited as you people were supposed to be, that you're the ones outmost to like cut us off at the knees and stick it to us and tell us like, no, you can't do this, and you have to like learn from our mistakes, and you can't live your own life. And then you sit there and you bitch and complain that we're not like your generation, and that we're worse. And like you seem to have this mentality that, oh, like we're the ones who changed, like somewhere along the lines from you being born to us being born, that somewhere along the lines humans mutated and they're no longer the same. And you're the ones who were like, oh, okay, yeah, we're all for the space race. And now you hit the moon. You're like, okay, well, we don't want to go to Mars. And it's like, you know what? I wasn't there for the moon landing, and I kind of do, as my generation goes, want to believe in something and see something like that in a Mars landing. And nobody's gonna go ahead and make a ton of money off of this or anything like that. Of course not. But what it is it's a step in the right direction. I mean, for God's sakes, if that's the kind of thinking that's going to take over, who's to say when the next Hoover Dam or Panama Canal will be like constructed? Like, oh well, we can't make this project be done in the next 10 years, so it's not worth taking on. Like, is that the mentality you're having? Like, oh, it costs too much, and so we shouldn't do it. Despite the fact that it's a step in the right direction, but you don't really care because you're so shallow-minded. And I just please tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm talking to my ass here, and that NASA's the big evil cash spender and all that, and that it's costing in like trillions of dollars that like people want to make it out to be. Um, Please post your comments. I will absolutely answer every single one that anybody out there posts, and I will be respectful. And thank you if you've listened to this whole video for taking the time to listen to me. And yeah, have a great day.